Hi guys, I'm Jen. Thanks for being with me here today. So I was just thinking about how, when we were younger in our 20s and dating, and it just seemed like so easy to find relationships for some of us. It seemed like there were many options, different kinds of people, and everybody was just open and ready to go, right? Then we get married and go through all that, end up getting divorced, and here we are in our 40s or older or younger, but much older than we were in our 20s, and maybe we're ready to date, right? Maybe we're ready to just start talking to people. And the whole thing has changed, hasn't it? You're different. People are older and they're different. We've all been through, us and the people we meet, we've all been through life now. We've lost our innocence. We've gained wisdom through trials and tribulations and bad things, that have happened. And not just us, but them too. And it just seems like the dating game has changed, because it really has. Now we have social media, we have YouTube, we have dating apps, we have to wear masks. We can't really, maybe some places, but there's a lot of places where you can't even be with a group of people. How do you meet people? Everything has changed, right? And we have changed a lot, and it can be a bumpy ride starting to try to meet new men, or if you're a guy, starting to try to meet new women. Wow, it can be a really big culture shock to the dating world. So I just wanted to encourage you today about just understand that you're different and people are different. Understand and have patience with the process, because I was thinking about myself and how simple and naive I was, because I was so young. When I was in my early 20s, when I was in my mid 20s, and how really anybody, for me back then, anybody would fit the bill to be my boyfriend if they looked a certain way, and I wasn't that picky, and they liked me, I liked them, and I would just be whatever they needed. Well, I'm not like that anymore now. And so just not anybody will do. And it's kind of shocking, because where it was easy before, now it's hard. And it's like, why is this so hard? Well, guess what? That's good, because we get to have, now we know in our older age, our morals, our values, and our standards. And a really good thing to do is to write down, what are your morals? Morally speaking, what are your morals? What are your values? What do you value in a relationship? What do you value in life? And what are your standards? What are your must-haves? Where's your line in the sand in regards to relationships with other people? Those are really important things to start to think about, because even if you haven't really thought about it, you definitely have developed morals, values, and standards, especially given our community here of healing from abusive relationships, abusive upbringings. You really do have morals, values, and standards now, and getting in touch with what they are, and being able to articulate them and even write them down on a piece of paper will help you develop an understanding of who you are and what you've learned. And when you start to talk to somebody or get in relationship with somebody, whether it be somebody you're interested in pursuing for a relationship, like a close relationship, or even a friendship, or even a job, right? We can reflect back and look at those morals, values, and standards and see, remind ourselves consciously of what they are, and then see how this person or this situation fits in with those your morals, values, and standards. And if there's, if there's places that are really important to you that the situation or the person isn't fitting in there, then you have an easy answer. Oh, this isn't the right situation for me. If it's not right for you, it won't be right for them either, right? So that's kind of cool. And then also realizing, finding your person, finding your right situation, finding your right relationships is not just going to be easy, because not just anybody is going to fit. And that's how it is for everybody, not just you. Okay? Now, that was hard for me to understand for a little bit. I was like, is something wrong with me? I'm just not clicking with people. Maybe I'm just too damaged. And and I'm not. And what I realized is that no, actually, girlfriend Jen, you have morals, values, and standards now, and just not anybody's gonna fit, and that's okay. And if nobody ever fits, that's okay, because I love me and I love hanging out with myself now. And if that great guy comes along that just clicks, we click together, I'm a good click for him and he's a good click for me, or that friendship comes along, that BFF girlfriend, and we click together, then that's fabulous. What a blessing. But it is not a must-have anymore. I'm perfectly happy to be by myself and doing the things I'm doing now, which is, maybe you feel the same way. And isn't that just a huge gift from everything we've been through, to be able to finally say that life is good and I don't need somebody? But wouldn't it be such a huge blessing if there was somebody? But if there's not, life is just dandy anyway. I mean, that to me is the icing on the cake for everything, How about you? Do you feel that way too? Do you understand what I'm saying? Have you come on the other side of things and been like, you know what? I like me. And I can see how things have worked out for my good. And life is good. Life is good. Because if you're not there yet, it'll come. Keep pushing for that healing, okay? Keep pushing, because ultimate happiness is not found in a relationship with another person. Ultimate happiness is found in your relationship with yourself and Jesus, right? Right? So, and then what else did I want to say? I believe there was something else in regards to just stepping out there and starting to meet new people. Just really wanted to hit home that just not anybody's gonna do, and to really be sure to stand by what is right for you, and not let your emotional empathy give in to a person that fits most of your values and standards and morals, but not all of them. Don't do it, because you'll be sacrificing yourself again, which is how we got into, which sometimes is how some of us got into an abusive relationship to begin with, right? And whenever we sacrifice some of our morals, values, and standards and overlook them and push them aside for somebody else, not only does it hurt us, it's not good for them either. So it's important to be able to love with an open hand, right? We allow people to come and we allow people to go. We nurture those relationships that are healthy and good for us, and we let the other ones go that aren't, And it's okay to have empathy and emotion for somebody's life, or for a process they're going through, for troubles that they're having. Like, maybe you're a very kind and empathetic person, and it's not that you want to help them and make them better, like codependency, but maybe you can really feel when somebody's hurting and you want to be there for them. That's okay, but those people don't need to be so close that they become your inner circle necessarily if other things aren't lining up either. You know, we can't be the answer for people's pain, but we can be an encouragement. We can't take people in and think that we're going to fix them, but we can be there for people. And you know, the people who are your close people, like if you were to get married again, you're going to go through trials, right? But we're going to need to understand that even with our husband or even with our wife, they're going to go through things that we're just going to have to stand by and pray for them about. We can't step in and make it right for them. That's not having a healthy relationship. That's being codependent again. And getting comfortable with that boundary of wow, I see that you're hurting, and I'm here for you. If you need anything, let me know. And then letting them do their process, having respect for them, that they can, to allow them to do their process. You know, that is the most loving thing sometimes you can do. And that is what people need. They just need to know, you know, that somebody's there for them and that they're loved and respected and seen, and that you're there if you know, they need you. People don't need somebody to come in and make it all better, right? To be loving to somebody is having firm boundaries, knowing your line in the sand, you being you and them being them, right? And this takes a lot of time to figure out. Like, it takes a lot of practice to figure out how to do that. It's not something that comes natural, especially for those of us who have been enmeshed in our last relationships, where there was no two individuals, there was just one person. It was all convoluted and squished all together. Learning how to you be you and them be them, it takes some time and trial and error. And just see each relationship as you're learning and growing and healing from narcissistic abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse. See each relationship that you come across as a learning experience. Take the nuggets of gold that come, because even if people are just coming and going, you bring somebody in because you thought it was one way but it turns out to be another, but there's still a huge nugget of gold in there, and that happens with each relationship. So don't get discouraged if you keep meeting people that aren't clicking with you. Be encouraged that you're recognizing these people aren't clicking with you, or they're not a good fit for you, or you're not a good fit for them. Don't be discouraged that they're not a good fit for you. Be encouraged that you noticed, right? Because in the past we wouldn't notice. We would let that empathy sway our hearts to hang on in ways that were unhealthy for them and for us. So I just wanted to come in here and drop those little wisdoms for you, and I would love to hear your comments, if you have any, about your nuggets of wisdom. And as always, you can reach out to me at besetfreefromabuse@gmail.com. God bless you.